Remain seated and come to order. The Thrift Store Rundown, bringing Hollywood home on a budget, is now in session. I know we've all fantasized about playing judge and jury in our own private space, never so much for being called to serve on an actual jury in a criminal case. Have you? 2020 is going to be the year of high-profile criminal trials, setting aside the U.S. Senate versus Donald Trump in an impeachment trial. Lori Loughlin, R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, nobody is immune from the law, even in Tinseltown. So I thought it was high time that I testify as to this game's awesomeness and uniqueness. Pressman's Judge for Yourself, purchased for $2.49 and for 50% off. There's another case in California that's worthy of your attention. The People vs. Charles Merritt, who was convicted by jury trial for slaughtering 4 members of the McStay family for whom he worked as a business associate. He could go to death row for it once the sentencing hearing resumes on Tuesday. You'd be hard-pressed to find cases like that in this game, but this is the game of 500 real-life courtroom dramas, mainly historical civil suits and small claims cases. Judge for Yourself presents players with 500 intriguing real-life court cases from around the world. Divide into 2 teams and on your turn, roll the die. That tells you how many spaces you can fill in on your scorepad if you guess correctly how the court decided. Each team can discuss, debate, and argue among themselves as they come up with their answer. The first team to reach the finish line wins. Now, first example, the case of deceptive vows. Sarah and Ben Locke had been happily married for almost 4 years when Sarah found, quite by accident, that Ben's last name was not actually Locke. She also discovered that, in fact, his first name was not Ben either. To make matters even worse, Ben also had a criminal record of which Sarah had been unaware. She went to court seeking an annulment of the marriage on the grounds that she had been deceived. Did the court rule for or against Sarah? The court ruled against Sarah and found that she had married the man, not the name. She should have gotten to know her future husband better during their courtship or engagement. That's just one of 500 cases you get to decide here. This also includes a scorepad, a game die, and instructions. This was made in 1996, in the late 90s. So here we have the double-sided instruction sheet, the pre-used scorepad, as you can obviously tell because this was written on. This copy also includes a pencil. So somebody must have had a good time playing this game. There's also the game die, and the pièce de résistance, the centerpiece of it all, the 500 real-life court cases. Just to hold a couple for example, the case of 2468, at a demonstration protesting a grand jury's verdict in favor of a policeman who had shot a black youth. So relevant in these times, sorry to say. A group of young blacks began chanting, 2468, who do we assassinate? The pigs. The leader of the group was arrested and charged with extortion, in that he, the state reasoned, was threatening the sheriff to fire the policeman. The defendant appealed the conviction, claiming his words were part of a political demonstration. Did the Florida Supreme Court rule for or against the demonstrator? So let's take a look at the instructions. One player draw a card and reads the case side aloud. Make sure that Team B, Team A, Team B, 2 teams can't see the verdict side. The verdict on the back of the card is then read silently by each Team A player. The answering team, which would be Team B, or Team A, if you're going to play on Team A, the answering team is Team B. That answering team can reread the case and consult with each other before giving their verdict. Team A may enter into discussion if they wish, trying to convince them to go one way or the other. Once Team B has announced their group verdict, the real verdict is read aloud. Verdict! The defense argued that the case was similar to Watts versus the United States, in which a draft resistor said at a demonstration, if they ever make me carry a rifle, the first person I want in my sights is LBJ. The court ruled that his words were a crude political statement, and not a threat on the president's life. However, with 2 justices dissenting, the Florida Supreme Court said that this case was different in that the demonstrator was carrying knives and clubs, which were a real threat against the demonstrator. There you go. And how about another case for you? By the way, if the answering team guesses correctly, they receive the points ruled for that round by placing an X for each point they received along their scoring track. I apologize for the background noise. I feel like I should sue the folks in here for disorderly conduct and disturbing the peace, but the court will rule against me. In this case, I would roll a 1. Shut up, all sue! And I would write 1 X along either Team A or Team B. You gotta start from here and work your way like this in a clockwise position. So there you go. And how about another case for you? Right here. Lights, camera! See what I mean by bringing Hollywood home on a budget? During the filming of a motion picture in 1935, I'm just gonna talk loud so you don't hear the background noise. A crowd artiste, or what today is called an expert, sustained eye injuries, he claimed, by the excessive lighting used on the set. The lighting conditions were normal for filmmaking during that era, but may have been increased to some degree by the high polish of the floor of the ballroom scene they were filming. No other extras were injured. The woman sued both the film company and the lighting company for damages. Did the court rule for or against the woman? Verdict. The court ruled for the woman. The lighting company was absolved of responsibility, but the film company should have taken precautions to protect and warn the actors because of the brilliance of the lighting conditions. The first team to reach or pass their finish line, once finished solving all the cases, wins. This would be the start/finish line. So that is judged for yourself. A couple of cons as to this game. 1, they don't announce the judge's decisions as to consequence or punishment or sentencing in this matter. And they don't really specify where each and every case took place. But for $2.49, oh, one other con, this didn't come with a gavel, which would have been an amazingly cool bonus gift. But don't worry, I have one of my own. I actually purchased a real gavel from the thrift store one time, and I have quite a small obsession with judges' gavels. So I tapped mine, or should I say I whacked mine so very hard for so long that I actually broke it. And that was like $1.49. So yeah, what a waste of $1.49. Considering those cons and the amount of fun you're going to have with this, whether you believe in the American justice system or you just like to see Court TV reruns over and over again. By the way, thank God that Court TV has been rebooted. I mean, I can't think of any other game perfect for downtime for those staffers. But then again, I can't think of another way to slip into paranoia by playing this game if you work criminal trials all day, every day for your local news, or for Court TV, or for the Law and Crime Network, co-founded by Dan Abrams. No matter what, you're going to rule this game guilty of being awesome. And it gets a 4.5 out of 5. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the thrift side. TSR is adjourned.